Greetings, my fellow Legionnaires. I am Calypso, and I have returned, sort of. Apologies in advance for my awful-sounding voice. I'm kind of getting over a bug. Hopefully it'll pass in a couple of days. But Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered are finally getting a physical release, and as I predicted, it is through limited run games. For better or for worse. Let's talk about it. On one hand, this is great news. It's always good to see more Legacy of Kain stuff, even a physical release for those who wanted a physical release. This means more profit for the remasters. This means physical releases for the people who didn't want to get it only digitally and now can actually get a physical release. For the worst part, this means it's being handled by Limited Run Games, which is probably the worst company to be handling this, but it is what it is. Not to dissuade you from ordering this, because trust me, if I had $150 right now, I would absolutely order the collector's edition. But for my own experiences with Limited Run Games, I haven't had the best time with them. And again, not to dissuade you from ordering this, again, I would completely order it right now. But every single time that I've dealt with Limited Run Games, it's been an awful experience. The last 2 or 3 times I've ordered from Limited Run Games, I've had to end up canceling my order and getting a refund. Thankfully though, Limited Run Games does have good customer service and had no problem issuing my refunds. The first time I've ordered from Limited Run Games, a little English, the first time I've ordered from Limited Run Games was for the System Shock Remastered original version. Now, I had to get a refund from that because it simply never showed up, and I had to get it through eBay. Thankfully, I paid roughly the same price on eBay that I would have paid for the actual release from Limited Run Games, so not much harm there, but the fact is I still had to get it through eBay. My product never actually showed up, and I still had to get a refund for it. The second time I ordered from Limited Run Games and had to request a refund was because of the Blood Fresh Supply Collector's Edition. You want to guess what happened with that one? Yep, the exact same thing that happened with System Shock. I ordered it, it was about a year in production development. It then said it showed up at my house, that it was signed for while I was on vacation, and when I got back, my brother said he never actually got a packet. He never signed for anything. So it went to the wrong house, even though I changed my address for it, and confirmed with them, here's my address, through their customer service, which is pretty good actually, multiple times, and I still had to get a refund for it. I got all my money back, which was great, but I still never got the package. The third and final time that I ordered from Limited Run Games, not in any particular order are these lists, mind you, was for the Quake Big Box Edition that Night Dive released for the Quake Remaster they did a couple years ago. Unfortunately, when I ordered that, I thought it was going to be for the PC, but because Limited Run Games has some sort of vendetta against PC gamers, like myself and many others I imagine, I don't know, I had to actually get a refund for that too because the only versions they released were console versions. Quake, one of the seminal PC games of all time, made by one of the greatest developers, id, in their heyday. Limited Run Games only released a PS5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch version. They never released a PC version. Why would Limited Run Games not release a PC version for one of the greatest PC games of all time? It doesn't make any sense. So naturally, I got a refund for that as well, and I got all my money back. Now, I don't want any of this, again, to dissuade you. This is just my own personal experiences. I also don't really like them as a company because there's actually a pretty great video that I'll link right here, as well as down in the comments, going over just how kind of shady and how they inflate their own market and cause scalpers to sort of snag all their products because they don't care, they're still making money. 9 times out of 10, you'll see all these collector's editions that people don't get or they miss out on for some reason showing up on eBay for twice or triple the price. Scalping is a common practice. It's been around for fucking decades now, unfortunately. And sadly, there's still no company that still manages to somehow get around the whole scalping issue. But Limited Run Games is one of the worst offenders here because they simply do not care. As long as they're making money, that's the whole point, isn't it? Now, we're not just getting a collector's edition here, which is cool. In the first place, we're also getting a regular standard edition for those of you who don't want to shell out $150. This is my other issue with collector's edition physical stuff today, is that it's just so incredibly expensive. Now, I get it. It's collector in the name. Of course, it's going to be somewhat kind of pricey. But to think back 20 or 30 years ago, guys, this was standard practice for just anything. The collector's edition for Assassin's Creed 2, which came with just as much stuff almost, was $80. It came with a statue and everything. Mind you, it was all kind of cheaply made, so they were able to charge you $80, but it sure as hell wasn't $150. It doesn't also help that anything Limited Run Games does has an incredibly long production time. Now, this collector's edition is supposed to be coming out at the end of the year, November or December, which is fine. But every time I've also experienced Limited Run Games, it's always been years and years longer. Hell, I just got my System Shock Remake big box from them when I backed during the Kickstarter like 10 years ago, and it just showed up on Christmas. But that was a thing that was been in production for years now. At least we have a sort of estimated date for this remastered version, collector's edition for the big box. Now, going over this collector's edition, it's actually pretty cool, but again, I also do have some huge issues, and this is just with collector's edition stuff in general here, especially with Limited Run Games. So in this collector's edition, we have a double-sided map poster of Nosgoth, and mind you, the picture here doesn't represent the final product at all. Some things do change, and they will probably change. I'm guessing the map was going to be the healed side of Nosgoth and then the corrupted side of Nosgoth, as well as an explanatory text or something as we see on the back. Again, that could change. We do get a really neat little block puzzle, which is a funny little in-joke. We get a 10-page Malkaya mini-comic, which is neat, but again, if you miss out on this $150 collector's edition, and if one of us amazing Legacy of Kain fans don't somehow upload it online for free, nobody who didn't order this version of this collector's edition will be missing out on something Legacy of Kain wise with this little mini comic. Now, the cover alone looks like it's just the boss fight, probably depicted in comic form, which is neat. But the fact is that you could be missing out on some Legacy of Kain content if you don't get this, which is kind of bullshit in my opinion. We get a really cool Kain medallion, which I think is awesome that we're finally getting that as a physical thing. We're getting the Health Coil Lentacular pin, which is a double-sided pin. I love pins. I've been a pin collector for a while now. That's probably my favorite item on this list. But again, you're missing out if you don't get this collector's edition. We're getting a William 6-inch 2-piece sarcophagus stand and Soul Reaver replica that could probably make for a really cool letter opener. We're getting a steelbook for the Switch or the console version that you can easily use. You're getting a digital code that comes with this game, so you're still getting a digital version, as well as, I'm hoping, the physical release as well, shown here in the numbered slipcase for the standard game. That's the other thing. It doesn't actually say if you're getting a physical release with this at all. It's only the cases here that I see. If it is a physical release, that's awesome. Huge, giant, big box case, which is rad. We're getting art cards, which I'm never really a fan of art cards because I think they're too small. I would much prefer giant posters in my opinion, but you can still make something out of here, so that's at least positive. We're also getting the soundtrack, which I'm guessing is going to be a bunch of selected tracks that we've seen already a million times. But hey, physical soundtrack or digital soundtrack is better than no soundtrack at all, even though everything is free by now because it's been 30 years. It just feels kind of like filler, and I feel that they could have done something a little bit better here, in my opinion. And then last but not least, the most important thing is that this is coming out for Switch, PS5, Xbox, and PC. So everybody gets to choose which collection they want. I'm glad there's PC here because, like I said, Limited Run's been skipping out on PC the last couple of times. You can also pre-order this now from January 6th to February 9th. So get on it while you still can, I suppose. On the site here, we actually have, it says, celebrate Soul Reaver's 25th anniversary. Jesus Christ, it's really been that long. Celebrate Soul Reaver's 25th anniversary. Experience the epic conflict of Kain and Raziel in original form or with remastered graphics, including game titles Soul Reaver 1 and 2. Experience the legendary narrative, blah, blah, blah. Wield the powers of the Wraith. Shift between realms. Here we go. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered game. Numbered slipcase for standard game case. Steelbook. Soundtrack. Double-sided map poster of Nosgoth. 10-page Malkaya mini-comic by Bitbot Media. Bitbot are the exact same people doing the Legacy of Kain Dead Shall Rise prequel comic, so it's good to have some consistency there, I guess. 6-piece 2-piece sarcophagus stand and removable Soul Reaver sword replica. Block puzzle. Great in-joke. Kain metal medallion. Health Coil Lenticular pin. PC Collector's Edition comes with Steam key, no slip cover. So it seems like the console versions only, it seems, again, that They are the only ones that are going to be getting an actual disc with this release. No actual physical release for the PC version, because PC physical release games are going the way of the dodo, unfortunately. But console games are still safe for now. Which version are you guys going to be getting? Unfortunately, I just simply can't order this right now. I'm financially broke at the moment. Maybe with some of my YouTube money. $150 for the big box collector's edition, Switch, PS5, Xbox, PC. No physical release for that PC version, keep in mind. And then, of course, for the standard version, it's $34.99, $35 for the regular version. Every version here is included. The other huge negative, again, not to dissuade you guys here, is that limited run doesn't count for shipping worldwide. That $150 for the collector's edition stacks up real quick. If you are anywhere not in the United States, you are fucked. If you're in Europe, France, Germany, you name it, they might not even ship over there. And you still, personally, have to pay whatever that ridiculous fucking shipping cost is. I sent my friend a vinyl once for a couple of years ago in France. Shipping was like $200. It was ridiculous for everything all together, and the vinyl only cost me $50. Thankfully, my friend sent me that money, so I kind of was covered by it. But the fact is that this $150 for my European friends out there is going to be way more than that if you order this thing and if they actually ship it to you. So rest in peace your wallet. I apologize in advance for that, and I'm so sorry. But hey, Legacy of Kain stuff, we're just happy to shell out money for, am I right? Let me know which version you guys are getting. How do you feel about this limited run release? I should point out here before I end this video is that once this collector's edition is gone and the standard version is only left, they still kind of keep that in stock. They constantly keep restocking the standard physical release, but the collector's edition will most likely end up on eBay, or you're just screwed. Once it's gone, it's gone. So you got to jump on it now, or it really is gone forever. And if you don't want to pay huge scalping bullshit prices on eBay, you're better off just shelling out that $150 plus whatever the ridiculous shipping fee is, because Lord knows it would cost 10 times that much on fucking eBay. I do hope Limited Run Games gets their heads out of their fucking asses, but seeing as how it's been 10 years plus now, I doubt it. But a man can always dream, and there's always that last bitter taste of that terrible illusion that is hope, which I have no faith in for Limited Run Games. So again, which version are you guys going to be picking up? Are you excited for this physical release? Do you think they should have changed some things here and have done something a little differently with this collector's edition? Are you guys happy with everything that's in this collector's edition? What do you guys think? Okay, I'm done asking questions. Let me know in the comments below. Hopefully I'll feel better soon. I've been Calypso, Ve Victus, and I'll see you in the next one.